All right, hello everybody. Thank you for joining. I am Riley with the T Storm Chasers, and we're going to take a look at your forecast. But before we do, here is a brief word from our sponsors at Cube Portable Storage.
What are you doing?
Decluttering?
Moving? Remodeling? In need of temporary storage, emergency cleanup, or just need to declutter? Cube Portable Storage has the perfect solution. Rent your Cube Portable Storage container today.
And don't forget, they got roll-off dumpsters for the other stuff. Call Cube Storage for all your moving needs.
All right, good morning, everyone out there. Happy Tuesday. Today is December 30th, and let's jump into today's video, taking a look at the national view. And as you can see, there is not a whole lot going on here. We got some snow out here actually we do have some snow here in Minnesota and Iowa, some very light snow. Minneapolis, Duluth, down towards, La Crosse, Rochester, and then down into Iowa a little bit, Mason City, Cedar Rapids. Seeing some light snow showers across these areas. As you can see, it's all moving in a southerly, southeasterly direction, so that will be exiting our area. But for those of our audience out in that area, east of us, we are looking at some light snow showers. And then we have this special weather statement. Wanted to mention this. This is for northeastern South Dakota. We have scattered light freezing drizzle is expected to move over parts of northeastern South Dakota into western Minnesota. This morning, confidence is low on timing and duration, but some areas may see enough freezing drizzle to create slick roads. Use caution when traveling this morning. While little to no accumulation is anticipated for most regions, ice is expected to melt this afternoon, where temperatures reach above freezing. So just wanted to mention that. And then we do have this. We have a winter weather advisory that is in effect here for eastern North Dakota into northwestern Minnesota, Fergus Falls, Fargo, Grand Forks. Wanted to just mention this. It says here, freezing drizzle, light glaze of ice accumulation will be possible here. And it says Red River Valley, eastern North Dakota, into west central and northwestern Minnesota. This is in effect until 3 p.m. this afternoon. Roads will likely become hazardous. Plan on slippery road conditions in those areas. Other than that, though, we do not have anything going on. It's pretty quiet out there overall. And Sioux Falls right now is sunny, and we're turning the page to warmer weather. We've had some pretty cold winter weather the last couple of days, but we're going to turn the page to some mild weather. We'll get to that story and in just a moment. I wanted to go ahead and look at the temperature map across our area, and we are currently seeing improvement on temperatures. We're at 26 to start your morning in Sioux Falls. We're at 25 in Watertown. Believe it or not, it's 32 up in Sisseton. It's quite a bit warmer than Sioux Falls. 28 in Aberdeen. 35 in Pierre, 37 in Winter, Rapid City at 38, and down into Nebraska we got 29 in Valentine, 29 in O'Neill, 28 in Grand Island, 37 in Chadron, and then we got 25 in Omaha. And then to Iowa we got 22 in Des Moines, it is 21 in Mason City, it is 25 in Spencer, and 21 in Sioux City. Into Minnesota, 13 in Minneapolis and St. Cloud, 25 in Wilmer, is 28 in Marshall, and 27 in Worthington, and 15 in Rochester. So overall, we are off to a fairly mild start to your day. So we're going to get to what's ahead in the forecast. We're going to look at your New Year's Eve and New Year's Day forecast. We're going to look at the rest of the week, through your weekend, and more. But first, let's hear a brief word from today's sponsor, CE Construction.
From roofing to siding, CE Construction is setting the standard across North and South Dakota. Our expert team delivers quality, durability, and trust on every project. CE Construction, Dakotans helping Dakotans with their roofing and siding needs. Call or visit us online.
So as we take a look at the European model and take a look at what's ahead in this forecast, we go ahead today and there's that snow, light snow showers across eastern Minnesota into Iowa. That will continue throughout the day and move south and east but there could be, some pockets of an inch or two in some of those spots, and we'll be keeping an eye on that. And then for tomorrow, looks like another clipper system moving through Minnesota. But again, for our area, South Dakota, Nebraska, mostly western Iowa, will not see anything out of this. Mainly Minnesota into eastern Iowa and Minneapolis area. And so another chance for some snow tomorrow. And then on Thursday, perhaps another chance for some light snow across Minnesota on Thursday. So overall, though, it looks like on today, New Year's Eve, New Year's Day, there's chances for snow in Minnesota, but it's mainly central and northern Minnesota, and mainly, Minneapolis area, Duluth. Other than that, Sioux Falls area, the rest of our region, we're looking dry. We're not seeing anything in the forecast. So New Year's Eve and New Year's Day looks really good overall. We don't see anything. No precip expected. So travel plans should be just fine. Then on Friday, we turn the page to the new year, and we don't see anything in the forecast. It looks fairly dry overall, and your weekend forecast as well. We're not seeing anything. We're not seeing any systems. We're not seeing any precip in the forecast whatsoever. Over the next 7 days, we do not see anything. All right, so here's a graphic I wanted to go ahead and show you guys. This is a look at your wind gust map for today, and we do notice some winds picking up today across the area, anywhere from 20 to 40 miles per hour across South Dakota, North Dakota, Nebraska, Minnesota, and Iowa. And so we're looking at some, pretty gusty winds out there. Even Sioux Falls could see, anywhere from 25 to 35 mile per hour winds for today. And so just wanted to make sure you guys are aware of that. That again, today we're looking at some strong wind gusts, but not as bad as we've seen past few weeks. We've seen some pretty rough wind gusts. Nothing like that, but just be aware of that we're going to be seeing some strong wind gusts across the area for today. And now if we take a look at temperatures, let's go ahead and play this out over the next several days. We start today, and we are seeing turning mild here in the forecast. We got mid-30s for a high for Sioux Falls today. Overall, that's above average for this time of the year, and that's fairly mild, fairly nice for this time of the year. 40s out west, and then you go out to Minnesota, temperatures in the 20s and low 30s. And then for tomorrow, New Year's Eve, what are we looking at? Well, it does look like Sioux Falls will be a little bit cooler. We'll be stuck in the mid-20s, it looks like, for a high. It looks like we have some warmer weather out to the west, 40s and 50s down in Nebraska, 40s out west, Rapid City area. And then you got an area here in northeastern South Dakota where we are going to be stuck in the single digits across the area, 13 in Aberdeen. So very cold up to the north just a little bit. That cold Arctic air will stay around. Look at that. Look at some of these numbers Thursday morning. Below zero. And then for a daytime high on Thursday, this is, of course, New Year's Day, and we're looking at temperatures in the mid-20s for Sioux Falls. So it does look like New Year's Eve and New Year's Day will be cooling down a little bit for the Sioux Falls area into the mid-20s, but overall, that's about average for this time of the year, or slightly below average, like a couple degrees below average. So we're going to be roughly about normal. 40s and 50s out to the west. Look at that. Rapid City could hit 50 degrees to kick off the new year. Single digits in Minnesota, and then you got 20s up in northeastern South Dakota. And then turning the page here for your weekend, starting on Friday. It looks like Friday will be in the 20s for Sioux Falls, surrounding areas, eastern South Dakota. Looks like we'll be stuck in the teens and single digits in Minnesota, and teens and 20s in Iowa. And then you go out west, look at that, 30s and 40s once again, and for Rapid City, western South Dakota. And then how about your weekend? Well, it looks like we'll see temperatures rebounding a little bit. Looks like we'll have some warm temperatures back into the area on Saturday with daytime highs in the 40s and 50s out to the west. That's going to feel pretty nice. Low 30s for Sioux Falls. And then on Sunday, look at that. We got some warm air coming into the area. Mid-40s perhaps for Sioux Falls by Sunday. Take us out to January 4th. And looks like overall pretty mild forecast there by the time we get towards Sunday. Now if we take a sneak peek at next week, what are we looking at? Well, let's go ahead and play this out. Monday, looks like we are seeing some more mild air. 20s in the east, 30s and 40s out to the west, even some 50s in Nebraska. Mid-30s for Sioux Falls looks like on Monday. And then a week out from today, we're looking at another mild forecast. Low 40s for Sioux Falls looks like by next Tuesday, January 6th. That's a week out from today. And it looks like 50s and 60s out to the west into western South Dakota and Nebraska. And then by Wednesday, January 7th, we're looking at a pretty nice forecast again. 30s and 40s across the area. And looks about the same as it's been for the last several days. And January 8th, not much different. Looks like mild again. So it looks like we are not seeing any cool downs anytime soon. So for the foreseeable future, we're looking at overall a mild above average forecast for temperatures across the area. But it's not always going to be warm. We're still going to be roughly about average for this time of the year, except for areas out to the west. Western South Dakota, western Nebraska are going to be very, very warm and much above average for this time of the year. So that's going to wrap things up for this morning's video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you did, drop a comment down below. Let us know your thoughts. Be sure to give this video a like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. And be sure to follow us on Facebook, X, Instagram, and TikTok as well. So we'll be back for a video later today. Thank you guys for watching.